Hello my friends, this is Jeannie. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm going to share with you a final flip through of my completed bag journal. I am also going to share with you the Day of the Dead pages that I created to close out October 2024. And then I'm also going to share with you the journal I will be working in for my Dephemberember prompts. So let's start with the paper bag journal. I am going to do just a quick flip through of this journal. I have been working in this journal for some time. I started working in this journal, I want to say 2022, I believe it was, for the 2022 October prompt series. And then I continued to work in this same journal for the October 2024 prompts. I skipped October 2023, and between October 2022 and October 2023, and a few bonus pages that were dedicated to the Day of the Dead, I finally completed the journal. And I'm super excited for two reasons. One, I completed a journal. It's rare for me. I think actually, except for glue books, I've completed a few glue books. This might be the very first journal that I made and I completed. So I'm super excited about that. And another reason I am excited about completing this journal is because it means I get to create another paper bag journal. So this particular paper bag journal was created mainly, I guess the cover, the focus was a bag from Gideon's Bakehouse, which is a fabulous bakery in Orlando, Florida, that we love to visit on those occasions that we do visit Florida. Let me fix this pin. So every time we go to Orlando, which for the most part, not always, tends to be once a year. That might change, but it's been once a year. I do stop by Gideon's and I make sure to get a new bag from them. So this year's bag is fabulous, and I very much want to make a journal using that bag. So I'm excited that I get to do that. I've been itching to do that since I got the bag. So it's nice that I'll be able to do that. Hopefully I will be able to do that sometime this year, although it's already late into 2024. I have Dephemberember coming up, so I don't know, might be pushing it, but it definitely will get done because I would like to have it ready for my journaling projects in the new year 2025. Love this page. This is, I think, one of my favorites. So I've been kind of cleaning up. I am in the post October, getting ready for Dephemberember phase. So I am cleaning up the mess that I made following October. Now that my craft room is tidy, it's tidy in time for me to make another mess this time while completing Dephemberember. So here are some new pages. I don't think I've shared these pages with you. I'm pretty sure I didn't. And as you can see, when I did days 29, 30, and 31 from October, I created tags, and the back of the tags were Day of the Dead themed so that I can transition into Day of the Dead. So this is what I ended up doing. I used some vellum paper. First I stamped some Tim Holtz stamps onto the vellum and gold embossed it. I embossed the stamped image using some gold embossing powder. And then I went back and stamped over that with some archival ink. And it creates this little bit of an aura, which I absolutely adore. And I think it looks very ghostly, but not in a spooky way, more like a fun way. Some white paint splatters and a chip coat by Tim Holtz. And that is how I completed the 3 tags. And I adore, absolutely adore the way they turned out. So fun, very simple, but impactful, I think. So that is how I completed those tags. And then the pages after this, it was just me having some fun. I found fun images online that I printed, altered a little bit, and glued onto my page. So I guess it's more of a glue book type vibe for the Day of the Dead. And I also did some stamping and collaging using a paper pad that was Day of the Dead themed. Had it in my stash for a little bit, and I was happy to finally use it. That is what I used to just decorate the back of this pocket. It's a pretty big pocket. So I used some of the papers and the cut aparts, the cards, to decorate this page. Left a little space to make a note. And then this was some wax paper from Gideon's Big House, and I didn't want to do anything to cover this side of it because I love that. So on this side I took more Tim Holtz stamps. I stamped them onto vellum, fussy cut them, and just took a trio of these cute little skellies, glued them onto the page. One of the pages from this 12 by 12 paper pad was just the repeated sentiment, Dia de los Muertos. So I just cut a few of those apart and added it here. I thought it was fun. This is an image I found on Pixabay. Pixabay is a royalty-free website where you can find images that are, well, royalty-free. So I printed a few. All of my images that I've used in this glue book are from Pixabay. And what I did was used my distressed crayons, my inks, and all types of other mixed media, some gemmies, just to alter them a little bit. So I didn't want to get too crazy, but I just wanted to alter them a teeny tiny bit. So this is one image. I completely changed the background, added some gemmies, some flowers, and love the way she turned out. It's actually a pocket, but I didn't want to put anything to cover her up. This is an ofrenda. Also got this image from Pixabay. Love that. Left this page as is because you can see some of the wing of the gargoyle that I don't want to say it's the mascot, but it's an image that is on a lot of the Gideon Bakehouse paper bags and things like that. I just went in with a gold Sharpie, a copper Sharpie, and some white paint splatters, and just had a little bit of fun there. This image here is one that I printed on vellum. I've been experimenting with vellum because I have it and I have not used it. So I took it as an opportunity to just play a little bit with vellum. So that's why you can see a lot of vellum, my friends. Sometimes you just get in the mindset that you want to play with something. I was in the mindset to play with venom, so venom. Don't play with venom. Vellum. So that's what you're going to see a lot of. This reads, solo se muere cuando se olvida, y yo nunca te olvido. It says you're only dead, when you only die when you're forgotten about, and I will never forget about you. So I layered that onto, you can't tell what that is, but it's layered on top of a printout of an painting I did at my local library. We did a kind of like paint and sip night, but the sip wasn't alcohol, so don't think that. But we had some fun. We painted a Halloween themed painting. It was a lot of fun. I made a copy of it, printed it, thinking I wanted to just glue it into one of my journals, just to kind of memory keeping. But instead, I decided to use it as a layering piece on this page, so it's fine. And then what I did is on the side here are 3 names that are near and dear to me. These are my 2 aunts, and my abuelita. They passed away. Unfortunately for my abuelita, her 2 daughters passed before her, which was just devastating for her. But since it is Day of the Dead, I wanted to remember them, so I wrote their names there. So that's what that is. And some white paint splatter. Pretty much finished out that page. What was interesting was when I splattered the white paint onto the vellum, it absorbed the underlying ink and they turned more blue. So I found that interesting. I used my gold pen just to highlight a couple of things like the flowers and the vine with leaves here. This is just a fun little collage. This again is an image from Pixabay that I printed and altered using my distress crayons and my inks and my all-in-one Stabilo pencil, and use more of those cut aparts to layer. This was a teeny tiny page here, so I just used one of the journaling cards, scribbled some hand notes on here. You're missed, love you, never forgotten, rest in peace, stuff like that. Added some gems and some ribbon. I was trying to use a lot of what was on my desk. Same with the back here. You can see some of these beautiful flower gems by recollection. This is a cut apart from that book, from that Day of the Dead 12 by 12 paper pad. This image I absolutely loved. I printed it on photo paper, fussy cut it, went into it, and just highlighted some of the colors, created more shadow. I did some stamping and embossing using gold embossing powder and some white paint splashes, and simply wrote here, remember me. I just wanted to keep her as is. This is why I say it has more of a glue book vibe than anything else. And then while I was on these pages, my dearly beloved fur babies came to mind. So I decided to memorialize them in this book as well. So I still have my friends' black cats. At one point I had as many as 6. Now I am down to 3. They get old, they pass, they get sick, they pass. always breaks my heart, but I never forget them. I've lost 3 of these beautiful little babies up to this point. Their names were Shadow, Willow, and Mako. Mako was a heartbreaker. He was very unexpected. He was very young. Shadow and Willow were older. They passed from illness, but Mako was just very unexpected. That one broke my heart. It's the ones that leave you unexpectedly that just kill you. Absolutely kill you. So I wrote their names here. This is another image from Pixabay. I had this vinyl sticker of a black cat, coincidentally, left over from that paint night at my local library. We used vinyl stickers as the focal point of the painting, and it was a vinyl sticker of a black cat. So there were extras. I grabbed one, and so that's this page. And then this one, oh my goodness, my friends, this one was tough. But I wanted to do one honoring my little Boston. When my husband and I got married and we moved into our new home, first thing we did was adopt Darwin together. And he was our first Boston Terrier. I've since had others. And I always have dogs. I still have a dog. I have one dog left with me here. He was a heartbreaker. I lost him in the most devastating of all ways. I will never get over it. The way this boy left my life, and love him so much. My God, and I miss him every day. I have this big, beautiful portrait of him in our living room. A beautiful photo my husband took of him. He just looks like a grumpy little old man, but love him so much. I searched and I found an image of Boston Terrier in kind of like that Sugar Skull, Day of the Dead vibe. And I just went in and altered the colors significantly using pink pens. I added some gemmies. I don't know if you can really see them. I'm still working on the lighting situation in my little crafty studio, but hopefully you can see some gold splatters, and just it says Darwin, and this is gold embossing as well. So that is the end of this book. I had so much fun working in this book. It took what, 3 years, right? Well, if we started in 22, so we worked it in 22. We didn't work in it in 23. We worked it in 24. So I guess technically 2 years, right? Because we have that gap year. Yeah, so I'm going to say 2 years to finish this book. And I am absolutely thrilled at the way it turned out. It's such a great memory for me, this journal. And I know I will be looking back on it a lot. Just to enjoy what I did and revisit techniques, be reminded of techniques, and just all around had a lot of fun in this book, and thrilled that I got to finish it. So that is this journal, my friends. So let me share with you what I plan on using for Dephemberember. This is the journal that I will be working in for Dephemberember 2024. If it looks familiar, it should, because this is the same journal that I created and worked in last year for Dephemberember. Last year's Dephemberember was the first Dephemberember that I actually actively participated in and completed all of the prompts. I was determined to get it done, so I created a journal, filled it with signatures, thinking, I don't know what I was thinking, because I put in way too many signatures. Hence, this book is going to be with me for a few Dephemberembers. Here's my hubby and myself. So this book is so thick. And at this point, the only thing I've managed to do is complete one signature and one half of one signature. Dephemberember, if you're not familiar with it, is also a monthly prompt series. This one is hosted by Louisa Hensel and Barbara, who is 49 Dragonflies here on YouTube. I absolutely love this page. So they put out a monthly prompt list. It is to motivate you or inspire you to create ephemera in the month of December. So if you combine December and ephemera, you get Dephemberember. It took me a while to get that little tongue twister straight, but I've been following them since they launched Dephemberember. Like I said, last year was the first time that I actually participated in Dephemberember. These are some flowers that I created using coffee filters from the little K-cups and some candy wrapper. So yeah, fun. I was proud last year when I was able to complete the prompts. I did complete them after the end of December and after the close of Dephemberember, but I was proud to have completed them nonetheless. This year, my goal is to try to, isn't he cute? That's Effie. Effie was the mascot for Dephemberember 2023. This year, the goal is to not only complete the prompt list for 2024, but to do it pretty close to the timeline. So when they finish the last prompt in December, I also want to be done with the last prompt in December. So I think, I don't really remember how much of this I shared last year, but I know I shared some of it. If I remember, I will try to link some of it down below. So yeah, so that was that was the first signature, the first half of the signature. My goodness. So the goal, I guess, will be to fill the second half of the signature with Dephemberember 2024. And to that end, they already released the prompt list. So I did the first page. There's the first page. I'm good to go. So these are the prompts I'm going to be working on. I don't think I'm going to be doing daily videos for this. It'll probably be weekly, kind of similar format that I did for October. I'm thinking that's what I'll do. I don't know. You know how it is in December. Things get a little crazy. But I'm super excited to work the second half of this signature using those prompts. And as for the other signatures, so like I said, I didn't participate in the very first two Dephemberembers. I think it's the first two I didn't participate in. Like I followed it, but I didn't complete the prompts. So what I started doing was I'm going back to complete those prompts since I have so much space in this journal. So I'm working from the back of the book towards the front of the book to complete the older prompts. I started that process. I do it whenever I just have a little bit of free time or just need to decompress a little bit. This is the prompt list, the very first Dephemberember. And I'm still working on that. Like I've completed 2. Only 2. Okay. The first one is ribbon and playing cards. I'll show you what I did for that one. And I'm jumping around too. Let's see. I just saw it. Goodness gracious. Hold on. Hold the door. Here we go. Ribbon and playing cards. So these are the playing cards. Here's the ribbon. So I altered some fun playing cards and put them in one of those Tim Holtz pockets using one of his dies to create that pocket. and I love the way these turns out. I use these particular playing cards because these are some of my favorites, and I got these from Diane, who is Pretty Pink Cottage. So that was prompt 1, and then the second one was Stars and Paint Sample. Let's see if we can find that one. Here we go. So I had this paint sample of this pink one from my kids' room. Yeah, my kids' room is pink. It's one of these shades of pink. So I had the paint sample in my little catalog of paints that I used around my house. It's important to have that catalog because you never know when you need touch-up. But I had an extra one, so I used that. And stars, I don't know if you can see, but I used some clear embossing. Can you see it there? To create some very subtle stars. And I love the way it turned out. So that was day 2, and the others, they get done when they get done. I'm not putting any pressure on myself to get them done because, you know, they're makeup. I'm making up work. So I'm in no real rush to get it done. It gets done when it gets done. But the goal is to do the first year, the second year, and then I completed the third, and I'm participating in the fourth. So that's the plan for December, is to work on this and hopefully have some other projects kind of interspersed. Is that a word? Did I just make up a word? Is that a word? I don't know. Sprinkled in. Let's go with that. Sprinkled in. I still have another journal, Edgar Allan Poe themed, that I'm working on. I have all the papers selected, the cover selected. It's sitting in a project bin on deck waiting for me to get to it, but I just haven't been able to. Look how thick this is, and it feels so nice. I love it. So yeah, big plans for December. I think for November I'm gonna chill a little bit. I'm trying to adjust. I got some news about my health that I'm not at all too happy about, and I'm still trying to process. Nothing serious per se, but certainly something that to me, well, it's just been a lot to deal with. I don't think I'm ready to talk about it yet, but it's something that I'm going to have to talk about at some point, because I think it's something that's going to become quite noticeable if I continue making videos. And it's something that I've received some comments about already, that people have noticed in my everyday life. And spoiler, it involves essential tremors. And I have been diagnosed with having essential tremors, among another things. So you're going to see my hands shaking a lot, my friends. I'm not nervous. I'm not a nervous person. But it's just something that's uncontrollable, unavoidable, and it's genuinely affecting my crafting, my art, because it's difficult to do those things when your hands are constantly shaking and getting progressively worse. So that's just something that I'm having to cope with, deal with, and accept that that is the new norm. And my clean and simple aesthetic when it comes to art might be clean, simple, and shaky moving forward. But story for another day. So yeah, I guess that's just the update. So hopefully you will join us for Dephemberember. It's so much fun. If you don't know Louisa, if you don't know Barbara, definitely go check them out. I will try to remember to link their pages down below. They are two amazing junk journal artists, very different aesthetics, but they are the best of friends, and I enjoy watching their friendship. The interaction between the two of them is just amazing, and I also enjoy their individuality, their completely different styles of journaling and junk journaling, And Louisa Hensel is one of the makers for Tim Holtz. So she always has some inspiring makes for those of you who collect or work exclusively with Tim Holtz products. She's definitely someone to check out because that is what she uses, and her makes are always inspiring. And if you strictly like journaling, collaging, if you plan in your journals, then Barbara is someone I would recommend for you because she does these amazing layouts every month. She puts out these amazing calendar kits or plan with me type kits every month. And between the two of them, their shops are just filled with so much beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work, digital kits, ephemera kits, and you should definitely go check them out. So that is my share, my friends. I hope I wasn't too chatty. I will catch you all in my next video, my friends. Until next time, bye bye.